personal friend. I know them all for years now, and they've taught me a lot. And recently, I felt the need to run for office because of the SAFE Act, because many of the legislators that we have on Long Island decided to, in the middle of the night, not read a bill and vote our Second Amendment away. I never intended to run for office, but this actually forced me to. I run an organization called Liberty Candidates, and it is an organization that vets people that are running for office on a platform of liberty. And liberty is everything you saw in this movie. If I can run for office, I'm a real estate agent, mother, wife, housewife. If I could run for office, all of you can. And something they said in this movie stands out. A single representative, that's what's needed in order to nullify these bills, in order to nullify this legislation that we have in this country that takes away our liberty. And we need to have somebody in there that we can trust. And that's why we all need to run for office, and that's why I'm running. If I'm senator of District 5, then I have a voice. And by me having a voice, that means all of you have a voice. So I'm just going to say that there's nothing more important than all of us stepping up to run for office, whether it be assembly, whether it be town council, whatever it is. We can all do it. We can't just sit back and let the same criminals keep running our states, our federal government. We have tools. We learned tonight that we have a tool called nullification. And with that tool, we can repeal the gun laws that have, taken away our constitutional rights. We can repeal something like the hemp law. Now, I don't know if a lot of you people know what hemp is. It is not marijuana, and you cannot smoke it. Hemp was a gift from God. It grows like a weed. It doesn't need any insecticide. You can grow it anywhere. With it, you can build, you can make fuel, you can heal, you can eat. Why is it illegal in this country? Because of corporatism. Corporatism is when the government is in bed with corporations, okay? And the paper companies, the plastic companies, the oil companies, none of them wanted hemp to be legal because it's competition that they didn't want. And if we put it back in the hands of the people, we'll have jobs again. Real jobs, not jobs that are DHS jobs. The only jobs Obama ever brought were TSA jobs. When he got in, 67,000 TSA jobs came along. That's about it for the jobs that he promised. We need real jobs. We need production and manufacturing back in this country. And hemp can save us. Right now, hemp is illegal everywhere. But Rand Paul in Kentucky, with some of the representatives in his state, just nullified it. We can do that too. And that's why I'm running for office. And that's why I beg all of you to just really think about it. If I can do it, believe me when I tell you. I mean, I'm scared as hell. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? I have some time, and I'm going to learn all I can. And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to try to win this. I'm running against Carl Marcelino, who is in District 5. That's where I live. He's been doing this job for 18 years. And if you just go look, you can go on the internet and see what he voted on over the years. He hasn't done anything. So what's the point? If you look at New York State, we're broke, okay? I think the pay for a state senator to start is $79,000, a little bit more. That's the pay. Then they get per diem every time they actually work and have to go to Albany. I think it's $167 a day. It might have gone up. So now they're getting a salary. They're getting $167 a day when they work. They get an office that's paid for. They have secretaries and aides. They have utilities to pay. That's one legislator. How many do we have in this state? Hundreds. We have assemblymen. We have senators. We have an overabundance of legislators in this state doing nothing but taking our liberties away, it seems like. And if you go over to New Hampshire, which isn't that far away, they get paid $100 a year to do the same job over there. They have no state tax in New Hampshire. Our state is made up of lottery winners, because that's what I feel like all these legislators became winners in a lottery, because all they care about is keeping that salary. They don't care what they have to do, which is why most of the Republican assemblymen and senators on Long Island voted for the SAFE Act. When asked, Chad Lubinacci said that he voted the way of his constituents, which was mostly Democrat. He's in Huntington. So they betrayed their party, and I'm not even a person who wants to talk about party, but they betrayed their party and they betrayed the Constitution, which they said that they would not do when they took office. First thing he did was vote against the SAFE Act. We have to stop this sort of thing. We really do. The other thing is, in running for office, I'm running on a platform that's going to talk about real issues, like the GMO food problem that we have. Our kids are getting really sick. We have to do something about it.
It's major.
Okay? I mean, it's not a joke. We're afraid to eat. We have to learn. We have to talk about it. We have to, if we have to, as a state, push out Monsanto out of our state, let's try to get together and learn what we can do and do these things. I'm going to just tell you now that I lost a child. She committed suicide at the age of 15, and she did it because she was on SSRI medication, something that I trusted my doctor was doing the right thing, and I lost my daughter because of it. That was in 2003. It's now 2013, okay? And I see that right now we've got a lot of school shootings going on in this country. And what they did was, they took away our Second Amendment rights and said that it was the guns that went out and killed all these children in schools. But nobody has really talked about the cause, because if you just research online, you'll find out that most of these school shootings have been done by children who have been on medication.
Oh.
Big Pharma is in bed with our government, and it is not a joke anymore. And we really have to start looking at the causes of things, okay? I cannot tell you how many people I know on the World Wide Web who have come forth and told their story about being on this sort of SSRI medication, having their kids on it, and the amount of people that have killed themselves or have lived a horrible life trying to get off of it. It's a big problem, and obviously there is some sort of reason why it's not talked about. When we had this SAFE Act vote, one legislator, his name is Ken Blankenship, he stood up and he said to everyone there, how come nobody's looking at all of these school shootings being done by kids on medication? And it was very quiet. Nobody paid any attention or acknowledged what he said, and that was it. He was the only one that spoke about it. They're all afraid. I think that we have to look at where their funding is coming from. Is it coming from the pharmaceutical industry? I know the media, if you really look at it, is bought and paid for, because most of the commercials on TV, if you just watch TV for any given hour, you're going to see about 5 pharmaceutical commercials. And they're going to talk about all the side effects and everything that it can do to you. Yet nobody ever points at this or talks about it, and we are losing our rights now because of corporatism, because of pharmaceutical medication, because of Big Pharma, because of Monsanto. Aspartame is killing us. Pfizer now owns aspartame. You know, now we've got, yes, that's true. Now there's, the big dairy is now asking to put aspartame in our milk without it having, you know, be included on the label. What's going on? Well, we just learned tonight that we have the power in our hands to turn this around. Let's do it. If any of you are afraid to run for office, I have a book called How to Run for Office on the Liberty Platform. You can get it on Amazon. I have a couple of copies here. If you want to learn more about nullification, Tom Woods, he was one of the gentlemen that was speaking. He has the book, Nullification. He's going to be in New York in June. You're going to be able to go and see him if you want and ask questions. You know, the guy is amazing. He actually comes from Long Island. He was a teacher at Suffolk Community College. Right now, he is the foremost authority on nullification, and we're lucky to have him, that we can, you know, you can go on Facebook and talk to this man, all right? We have tools now, and I hope that all of you will do what you can and support me, because I intend to get in there and start nullifying and repealing laws.